Welcome to my dirty laundry room. Let me focus here and see. Focus. Alright, so this isn't the most conventional way to do things, but I don't have a heated barn right now, so the laundry room it is. It's our pig food and our chicken food. Actually needs mixed a little bit. So just something I wanted to talk to you guys about. Something to consider. I'm just getting all the clumps out. For winter. You know, we have a small homestead right now. We've got the chickens, the ducks, the rabbits, and our mini pigs. We have a breeding pair of mini pigs that are outside. Let me see if there's a towel in here somewhere. So, something to consider is bringing the feed inside and keeping it warm. So, as you guys know, I usually ferment my feed. I kind of got away from it for a while during the summer and stuff. I just lost my ferment and I just didn't have the time to really, or the energy to want to do it. But I started this a few days ago. Yeah, it's starting to ferment pretty well. We'll get there. But something to consider when you have outside animals is actually just soaking the feed. You don't even have to ferment it, but you can see there's whole corn in there. Whew, sorry, I'm out of breath because I just came inside. The whole corn, when you soak it overnight, it breaks down a little bit and it makes it really more digestible. Sometimes when you feed whole corn to animals, you notice that it comes out in their duty and they're not getting the nutrients. They're not getting everything that they can get from it. When you soak it overnight, or if you ferment it, it breaks down and their body can typically digest it much easier. So they're getting all that good fat and all that good oil and the calories they need for this cold weather that we have. We're actually feeding the mini pigs a hog meal from our local mill. I know that a lot of people feed piggy pellets or mini pig food, and our indoor mini pig pet Beans, he does eat piggy pellets. He eats potbelly pig feed. But the outdoor pigs, it's so cold and they eat so much more, I figured let's try the hog meal. And it's worked really well, as long as you don't overfeed them. That's the problem. You overfeed them and then they're just going to get fat. But because they're out still rooting and still exploring and it is cold, this way they have a little bit extra to get them through this cold, yucky time of year. And what I do with this is I haven't really started a ferment, but it will ferment over time because I'm reusing the same water over and over again, just adding water and new feed as I need to. So it actually will start to ferment over time. But what I'm doing is I'm soaking it and I'm keeping it inside. When I go outside, I drain off the extra water and you have a really nice like slop food. And the pigs do really well with that. They love it. And you go outside and like this bucket's just steaming because it's so much warmer than it is outside. Same with the chickens. It's steaming. So for them, their bellies are going to be full of warm, easily digestible food. And when you feed like the mash, so it's like powdery, when you feed that, when you soak it, they get all of that. You don't have anything blowing away or not being eaten. It's almost like an oatmeal. So it works really well for them. And I like them to be able to have a nice warm meal. Also, wintertime is actually, you wouldn't think this, but they actually can get dehydrated easier in winter because they're not drinking as much as they normally would because they're cold. And typically, you know, yeah, you can give them warm water, but it's going to freeze within an hour or two. When you do this, they're eating, they're filling up, boom, but they're also hydrating. They're hydrating themselves really well because of all the water that's actually in here. Now that water is going to be filled with all the powdered food, and if it starts to ferment, it's going to be filled with the good bacterias and stuff, almost like a yogurt. So it's not just water. You're not just filling them up with water to make them feel full. Anyway, so I just thought I would share a quick video with you guys. I'm trying to post more. I know it's not very conventional. I have these nasty buckets on top of my dryer, but I want to take care of them during the winter the best I can because my chickens are great layers and they're wonderful pets, and the mini pigs, same thing. You know, they're great pets and they deserve a hot meal once a day at least. Actually, with the chicken food, you can even do this twice a day depending on how big your flock is, and it'll give them something in the morning and something at night, especially if they're still laying. My chickens are not laying currently, but I know some of the people online, their chickens are actually still laying. This will give them a boost of what they need. So I just thought I'd share something to consider. Hope you guys are all staying warm out there. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.